Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited whenever we get to talk about Essie. It's time to look at the Essie Spring 2017 collection. There are 6 new highly pigmented cream polishes in this collection, which basically equals love for me. So let's go ahead and get into these polishes. I'm just going to go through them in the number order that is on the bottom of the bottle, and that's like my favorite way to do it lately. So let's get started. The first polish in the collection is this awesome kind of shamrock green. It's like a dusty shamrock. Oh my goodness, this is so gorgeous. This is number 1047 on the Roadie, and this applies like a dream. Some of these polishes are contenders to be 1 coaters, but I'm going to do 2 coats for everything just for consistency's sake to show you what it would apply like a 2 coats, because I know that some people just do 2 coats no matter what. Anyway, my point is that this is very pigmented. This applies so smoothly. Don't overflood your brush and you're going to just be so happy with these polishes. So this gets things started off in a good direction. I adore this. Alright, the first of 3 pink polishes in this collection, all of totally different hues. So this first one is the light powdery pink that's like kind of peachy, and this one's called Excuse Me Sir, and Sir is like S-U-R. This applies very nicely in 2 coats for such a light polish. If you wanted to, you could take very thin coats and do 3 coats, but I'm just doing 2 for you today. I had no problems with formula on any of these, but least of all this one. So I was very happy with this very light pink. Next up, we have a very blue-toned light pink, and this is called Backseat Besties, number 1049, and like I said, this has a lot of blue in it. This, even more than the lighter pink, actually was lacking in a little bit of coverage. Not so much that it bothered me, but you could maybe go for a 3rd coat on this and be a little bit more happy with the opacity. I'm just showing you 2 in the live application, but you know, just something to be aware of. I am super intrigued by this pink with lots of blue in it though. It's a really fun shade. Alright, the last pink is a berry shade, and my goodness, this formula is just absolute perfection. I mean, by now, Essie definitely knows how to do a berry. They probably have a million berries just like this in their collection, and this one is called Baja Moment, so like aha moment, but with a B in front of it. It's really cute. Okay, this is number 1050, and this applies like a dream. I'm showing you 2 coats, but it is one of the 1 coat kind of polishes. Yeah, this is absolutely delicious. I know I have polishes like this already, but I really love this shade. And it just gets better and better because there is a grape polish in this collection. It's like a boysenberry, actually. I just think this is absolutely divine. This is called Designated DJ, and this may surprise you that this is in their spring collection, but I always feel like Essie doesn't necessarily keep things super specific to season, which is nice because we're not really all in the same season all over the world, are we? So anyway, I adore this. Formula is A+. This could be another 1 coater if you were really careful. I'm just going to show you 2, but this is a new favorite for me. I think I'm going to put this on my toes like ASAP. I'm really, really obsessed with this polish. And it's time. If you were wondering about this polish I have on my nails, yes, it comes from this collection. It is incredible. I love this shade so much. Okay, this is like a little bit darker and dustier Butler Please. This is called All the Wave, and the application is just so easy. It's perfection. This could have the tendency to flood your cuticles a little bit, so just don't overload your brush because these are super saturated pigmented polishes. This is number 1052. It applies like a dream. I definitely recommend. Alright guys, so that is the whole collection. My top picks are the first and the last three, just because I don't necessarily love light pink, so I would go for the green, the blue, the boysenberry, and the berry shade. Alright you guys, it's time for some comparisons. So first up we have Essie Baja Moment, and I want to compare it to Haute in the Heat. So as you can see, these are not dupes. They're pretty similar, but actually it was the closest thing I had to this really delicious berry shade. I thought it would have more things, but as you can see, Haute in the Heat is a lot more red, if you will. Baja Moment is darker. Baja Moment has a really far superior formula. So anyway, there are those side by side. Alright guys, the next polish is Excuse Me Sir, which is this beautiful kind of peachy pink shade. And the closest thing that I had to share with you from Essie is Groove is in the Heart, and as you can see, that's a lot more pink toned. But yeah, in the bottle, these ones were the most similar, and so I thought you might benefit from seeing them side by side. I definitely don't think these are anywhere near being dupes, but a fun comparison for you, so I hope that's helpful. So the next polish is Essie Backseat Besties, and just probably due to the fact that I don't purchase a lot of pink polishes unless they're in collections, I did not have an Essie to compare for you, but the OPI Look at My Bow from the Hello Kitty collection is very similar because they are both very purpley pinks. There's a lot of purple in these light pinks in comparison to anything else that's kind of similar in like a light pink shade. This one just had so much purple in it. So here these are side by side. I do think that these are similar enough that you probably don't need both. But I think I preferred the Essie formula. I don't know. They're both kind of a little bit streaky to need 3 coats. But yeah, kind of, I guess maybe just pick whichever brand you like better. The next polish in the collection I wanted to compare for you is Designated DJ, and in the bottle, the most similar polish that I had to show you is Essie in the Lobby. And as you can see, in the Lobby is a lot more red tone, more of like a raspberry shade than a blackberry shade. They're very similar, but if you really enjoy polishes like this, I don't think that you will think that these are similar enough that you could call them dupes by any means, or similar enough that you know, you don't want both of them. The next polish I want to show you is On the Roadie, and right off the bat I knew I wanted to compare it to Ruffles and Feathers, but I had forgotten about Pretty Edgy, and Pretty Edgy is almost an exact dupe. They are really, really similar. It's maybe just a tiny bit darker, maybe has just a tiny bit less white in it or something. They're very, very, very similar. I do prefer the formula of On the Roadie though. Ruffles and Feathers is, as you can see, quite a bit more blue, but I knew I wanted to compare the two because it is one of my favorite greens. And these are the polishes that in the bottle I thought looked the most similar and that you might benefit from seeing side by side. Alright, last up we have the blue or blurple in the collection. Sitting alongside these other blurples, it does look pretty blue, but when I was wearing it, I was feeling like I could definitely pull out some purple tones. So at the bottom we have All the Wave, and it's the darkest thing that I have it to compare it to, but it's significantly lighter than like a navy blue, for example. So I wanted to show you side by side with Chills and Thrills. These do look very similar in the bottle. Of course, Essie does have these 3 shades already that are pretty close to All the Wave, but I don't think there's anything here that is an exact dupe by any means. And comparison wise, because I love polishes like this, I feel like they're all 4 necessary to my collection. But so Chills and Thrills has a lot more white in it, has a pinch more purple in it. Essie Butler Please is more of like going towards a primary blue. And of course a lot more white in it as well. And I wanted to show you alongside All Access Pass as well. In the bottle they do look really, really similar. Of course All Access Pass is quite a bit more purple toned. But they are really similar. So here these are for you side by side. I hope that you found this helpful. That is the purpose of my channel. I did purchase these from headtotoebeauty.com. You can also find them at transdesign.com. They're a little bit more expensive on Head to Toe Beauty, but I did that because I was also purchasing some Color Club polishes there. Anyway, it's a long story, but I think that they're the most budget friendly on transdesign.com. So it just depends on where you want to go. You guys know I love those 2 websites. I've never had a single problem with either of them. I think that's it, you guys. I hope you found this helpful. I will see you back for the next review. I hope you subscribe if you aren't already. Take care, you guys. Bye. Mwah.